Well, I didn't go out and exercise today. I had too much work to do. And there's usually a few days a year that I don't do my 6 miles or whatever. I do, sometimes a little more. Not much, it's a little less. This is a lot less today because I didn't go out at all. But I felt a little slow anyway, and also that it was hot. The humidity is really big today. But what I want to do now is answer any questions of people because our deadline for our grant application, which is midnight tomorrow night Eastern Standard Time. So it's the last time to apply for $1,000, and we give this money out every month. We give out now we're up to $35,000, and this month the business looks good, so we may increase the grant for next month. Haven't crunched the numbers fine enough to make sure, but it looks like last month was good, and we'll give an extra 5,000, so that means it'll be up to $40,000 next month. But this month we're going to give $35,000 that ends midnight Eastern Daylight Savings Time at in August 4th. That's tomorrow. It's the 3rd already. And I just want to be here for questions. So I'm not running, and I am outside. I'm outside on my porch, my apartment. We're up on the 4th floor of this apartment, and you can see the top of the trees and stuff like that. It's an older building, but it's nice and cozy. And my wife had it when I met her. This apartment, 40 years ago, and we kept it. And then when we got rid of our house in the suburbs, we came back down here. But the problem is, it's an only 1-bedroom apartment. I got so much goddamn clothes. That was the problem. So we were looking around for a bigger apartment, and it didn't look as nice. We didn't like it. So we solved the problem because we like this so much. If you join tomorrow, when's the soonest I can start receiving the money? Well, every program is different on when start receiving the money. First of all, if you join Let's Go Help, and if you get in by the deadline to do the application, then the application is deadline. Then it takes us about 2 months to process the application. Now, there's no guarantee you get our money when you apply. I mean, it's probably a bigger guarantee than any other grant you apply, because this is a private grant only for people with Let's Go Help members. I need to help my daughter pay her bills. Which program should I join? Well, it's called letsgohelp.com. Okay, and the thing is there. And like I say, what is Mary's email? I remember, but I'm not able to get in. What is? Okay, it's letsgohelp@gmail.com, and that's asked for. That's how to get a hold of Magic Mary, and she's the one who knows all that stuff, behind the scenes that makes that thing work. Because it's really a problem with dealing with Facebook. That's the issue. I mean, they're so big and so complicated, and I think they're losing money now for the first time or whatever, so they go a little crazy. And that's the issue. But Magic Mary, email her at letsgohelp@gmail.com. Okay, so that's Magic Mary. If someone could write that in the text so people can see that in the text, it would be nice. And if people want to join before tomorrow, so you can apply by the end, because if you join later tomorrow, we may not get your application in, but you'll be able to apply next month because we have it every month. And next month will even be more money. I'm hoping to give $40,000. We started at 20, went up to 30, 35, and maybe 40. And that's because of you out there who show us our value by joining. And I never thought it'd be this successful this soon. So that's why I want to share it with our members. I don't want to buy yachts and all that kind of stuff that normal people do with their money. But it's you that causes this. And so it's you that should get it back. I don't think I should be doing this. I think the government should have something like this, that the government should be paying for, because this is our money. As taxpayers in this country, we pay for all these programs. And the government gives out like an average of almost $30,000 now to every household. Somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000 every year, and about $14,000 for every adult every year. COVID or no COVID, that's what these programs are. But the average person has no idea. And that's my job. It's been my job for 30, 40 years now. I'm a member. Great. Well, get over there. I mean, what you're missing too tonight is we have some. We started just a few weeks back. We started live video training. Okay, so it's live video grant training, grant application training. They're usually run Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's a beginner course every Tuesday. So we just had that. You could see the videos of the last one, but the new one, sign up. If you go to Let's Go Help 2, see we have 2 platforms. But when you join one, you get access to both. So you don't have to join 2 different things. Do members really help each other? Yes. And that's where, and the way to do it too, when you join, you could see the testimonials. Members give their testimonials too. We have like 300, 400, 500 testimonials of people who got the actual money. Shows you how they got it. You can contact them because you're a member too to get it. But no, people give encouragement, and the classes are so useful. Oh, thank you, Jim. And they help each other all the time. Now, I can't guarantee everything. I mean, I can't guarantee you'll get money. I can't guarantee, that you'll find the thing. The only thing I can guarantee that these programs are real. People help you for real. We will help you, 100 questions a day if you like, to point you in the direction of where to go. We don't go and get the application for you and everything. You have to do that. For $20, I used to do that for $20,000. Oh, that's right. Now we're just, it's a DIY, do it yourself, DIY kind of service to teach you, to educate you on how to use these programs, because they're here for everybody. I mean, they're not only for the rich people, and that's what I see, and this is what keeps me doing this. I'll never retire. I'll keep doing this and trying to educate people about what they have right in their backyard, right there. It's all free. And people, unfortunately, half of this country, I need a grant. Where do I go? You have to start learning first. Actually, if you go to free.letsgo.com/free training, I have a lot of good places to start there. And you don't have to pay me anything. That's all free reports that you could download there. But the 2 other good places that are for free are 211.org and findhelp.org. They're 2 nonprofit databases that try to do the same thing I do. And that's available to anybody in any state, any city or whatever. And don't 211, you could call them on 211. But you don't have, I don't think it's good to call them. It's not hurt, but whatever they say, if they say there's nothing, that doesn't mean there's nothing. And that's the problem with that. Once you join, go to the classes Tuesday for beginners. Yes, I mean, that's what I think. I can't believe that. There's only $20 for the whole thing. How long after I join does it usually take to be accepted on Facebook? I hope only a day or so. And we're working on that. I mean, we're a new company. It's only a year or so. We're only growing, and it's hard to keep up with all that. First-time homeowner. Yes, I mean, there are... Now, if you're a member, I would send you a report that shows you 4 places in your community, and I'll name them if I remember, that help people buy their house. In other words, don't go to Google when you're buying a house. No, you don't, because people there want to get money from you, and you want to find people who want to give you money. You won't find them in Google, because Google they're there, but you'll never find them. When requesting for the 1099s, the 1099, does the money come from USIA? I don't know what that all meant. Are you talking about our grants? Well, the grants, they're $500, $1,000. We send you a 1099 at the end on $1,000. I don't know if this is a gift from us, so I don't know how they do the gifts on SSI. You have to check with SSI on that, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know. You're awesome. That's really pretty. Oh, thank you, Alina. But it is, where was it? But I mean, every one of you, I just thank you so much for paying any attention to what I have to say at all. I think the nicest gift in the world is that you could help somebody, and you saying, and I took the class. Oh, thank you, Amber. Yeah, how was it last night? Yeah. Sometimes I pop in I'm the trained SEAL. I got to go out and bring people in. I never got chosen yet for any grants I applied for. Well, yes, that can happen, but I know one thing for sure. You'll never be accepted if you don't apply, right? So that's all you have to do. You have to judge that for yourself. That's something you have to decide, whatever it is. And the best thing when you don't get something is to call the office that told you no, and you have to really ask them why. And that's how you learn. That's how you grow. You grow from failure. That's the only thing. I mean, I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. And if I was smart enough to know only write those 10, I would, but we don't. It's sort of like you applying. Apply for 100. If you get 10, that's good. Yeah, everybody's like that. But you learn from doing, and that's why you have to get feedback. That's why you don't want other people to apply for you, because your heart has to be in it. Your heart has to be in anything that you want to do well. If your heart's not in it, like in a romance or anything, then it won't do well. And you can't learn because you're not emotionally invested. And I think that's the best thing in life. Everybody wants this passive income, and so I mean, certainly I understand to an extent, but life is giving, it's not taking. It's overwhelming at first, but like everything else, practice makes perfect. Yes, and that's true. And that's why just driving a car. Remember the first time you turn on the computer and try to use that sucker? I have an MBA in computers from the 70s, so I was there at the beginning of all this. And it is there. We're all learnable. Look, all the idiots are making money doing it. That's all I keep telling myself. But they answered my questions extensive. What was that? Alita, it was a lot, but they answered it extensive. Sent me a letter. Everything, how do I apply for everything? Okay, you can't say, you have easy questions, but the goddamn government is so complicated. There's no easy answer. So that's why you need what I call navigators. You need a guide. And that's what we do, is get you through that. You can go to Google and piss away half your life trying to find something. I don't. And what we do, a lot of what we do is show you navigators that are free in the government to help you. See? Because that's what's good. Is finding people in the government whose job it is to help people with your kind of problem. See, that's what we really do. It is because the programs change so quickly. I mean, there's tens of hundreds of thousands of programs. They're coming and going every day. You look at the videos I do every day. I mean, nobody's ever heard of those things. Thanks so much for answering the question. And it is, you can't, it's a moving target. I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay, if you're still pending on Facebook, then go to letsgohelp@gmail.com. That's where Magic Mary is. Magic Mary has her magic wand that does all that. COVID-19 relief grant. Denied me. Well, yeah, I've been denied a lot by all the cheerleaders in high school that wouldn't go out with me. That's life. If you're not ready to be denied, if you're not ready to be told no, it's not going to be worth playing. Because life isn't a yes answer to everything. And there's no magic formula. You got to build your own formula. Guys, they will add you. They usually do it within 12 hours. Yeah, you're right, Amber. But we screw up. I'm sorry to hear that. And it is, Magic Mary at letsgohelp@gmail.com. Make sure you beat on us. Because, man, we're human. I make mistakes, and especially as I get older, man, I make so many mistakes. What I realized recently too, I love multitasking. I'll have 15 different things open all the time and doing, and I feel, oh man, my brain gets slower as I get older. Don't know how to find the August 4 grant. Well, it's right on, if any of the platforms, when you open up on Facebook or the other one, right on top there's a notice for the grants. Okay, and there's an application. Just click on it, fill out the application, and bim bam, thank you ma'am, and it's done. If not, then just do it. What do you call it? A discussion or whatever it is. It's on Let's Go Up 2 forget what they call it, a post, and ask, hey, where the hell is that grant? Let's go. I'll give it a try. Thank you, Judia. Judia's songs. That's a nice word. And that's how to do it. It just, I know, unfortunately, we all like things to be easy. I do too. I'm a lazy shit underneath all this. But, I fight that every day because that's not fun. Fun is doing things. Fun is contributing. Fun is giving. That's what life is about. And everybody wants to take and do nothing. And I don't think that, sure, I understand the feeling because I have it myself, but it's not fun and it's not growth. We're here to grow. We're like an organic, a plant. If you're a plant and don't grow, you die. Well, if you're a human being and you don't grow, you die. If your brain is there and doesn't grow, it dies. So we're all organic, and we have to keep growing. And you grow by failing. You grow. You don't grow by everything is success. No, you don't grow that way. You grow by failure. I had 3 businesses that failed before I got one that did well. And since then it's been very good, thank you. But it took me 3 failures. And that's why, to me, I used to wear question marks, now I wear hearts, because if your heart's not in it, you're not going to stay there long enough to get it done and to get. Now, maybe easy, some things are easy and some aren't, but if it's not easy, what are you going to do? You're going to give up? Fine, I understand. If you have better things to do and you want to do it easy, that's certainly a legitimate way to do it. But if you really want to do something and you don't have an option, then you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared, what are you going to do if this doesn't work? What are you going to do next? How are you going to do it? And start planning for failure, not success. Everybody goes, oh, here's what to do with $1 million. Well, fuck that. That's a nice problem if you have that. Well, you not do it. How are you going to get it? And the first thing you have, and maybe the first dozen things you have won't work. But what are you going to do next? I don't know of any other way to get through life. Everybody I know, at my age, I've run into a lot of people and whatever. Nobody, it doesn't, you see that maybe somebody, it happened overnight. That's nonsense. If it did, it's a lie. It takes hard work and luck, I see somebody wants to chat. Well, can't. I'm chatting now with you guys. I'm the mad chatter. But there's so much now, and also, like, if you want to start a business, federal government doesn't have they have a lot of grant money, but the small little grant money for small businesses is local. Also, the trick is when you're looking for grant money for a business, you don't say you're looking for grant money, because there's a lot of programs like that, and some of it's not even called grants, so you're going to miss so many things. And there's always, because you don't know anything well enough to evaluate stuff, you're going to miss something if you're saying you only need a grant. The first 3 businesses I started with getting money to do, and all of them failed. The next 2 or 3 I start with no money. You don't need money to start a business, but you don't know that yet. So what you want to do is go out and find help. And this, what we'll send you, is organizations and people that will help you think through your business, show you money, show you kind of help. You have to go out and what's called be a scout. You have to see what the landscape is like, because otherwise you're sitting there, I want to start a business. What do I need to start a business? Money. So if I get money, that'll solve all the problems. And that's normal. Do I go to the SBA? Yes, but not for money. You go to SBA.gov and put in local assistance. SBA.gov, local assistance. And what you're looking for is community navigators. These are people who got hundreds of millions of dollars, to help you start any kind of business, to help you find money, to help you with marketing, to help you with legal stuff, to help you anything you want. And also your idea. See if your social services office does that, mine. And also with your idea, think through you need help. So you can talk for free. These people are all for free, who help thousands of people start businesses every day. and they learn what other sources are out there that you and I would never know. They're also local, and because most business help is local, uh, it is good to deal with local people because these local programs come and go. They'll have a couple $1 million for small business in Toledo, and it'll be gone in 2-3 months or whatever. Then there'll be another one, some nonprofit organization, in a suburb of Toledo will have it, and they'll be gone. And there's other things. See, now also then you could learn about getting contracts instead of businesses, and that's what they help you with that too. So these are people that could help you hand by hand. Now just think if you had somebody like that to do anything. You want to go up and hit a baseball. Well, if you had a coach to tell you, hey, no, you do it this way, do it that way, instead of just swinging your heart out and missing every time. See, and that's what they do. But if you call up and look for a grant, they probably don't have a grant. And so they say they don't have any. And then you go away and you say, see, I know Lesko is a bullshitter. That can't be. But they could help you with your business. You want the help to give you ideas, to understand what is out there. Well, what is out there? What can you help me with? That's what you want to know. How do I get my ID? I live in Michigan. I'm not sure getting my ID. What's up? The internet got cut off. I got to pay to get back on. I paid 3 months behind. Let's see. I'm about 3 months. I'm not sure, Carnell Urban, what you're after. If you're a member, just start a question, man. That's the best way to do it. Student loan forgiveness, how good of a chance do I have of getting my loan forgiven? And Rose, you have to find out what's there. Nobody could tell you how good it is. You got to find out the problem. What's my chances of you going out with me tonight? I don't know. You don't know, right? Until we meet or whatever. So that's why you got to do that. And nobody could do it better than you can. And that's facing foreclosure. Okay, here, my husband and I both now disabled. Here's here's for foreclosure help. Go to this website, JUST shelter, SHELTER.org. Okay, you got that? JUST SHELTER.org. Okay, you want to go there and you find out, go to state by state. For Texas, they'll have 20 attorneys that are all free that help you with foreclosure or eviction, any of those things. Call them first. They're all free and they'll point you, okay? And if they don't help, then you go here. You go HUD, HUD.gov, G-O-V, HUD.gov, G-O-V. And when you go there, you put in foreclosure. And then you'll see they have counselors. See, what the government does is give grants to people locally to solve your problems, see? And to help you through, who know what your options are. See, you don't know the option. You think the only option is to have a shitload of money and that'll solve everything. Sure, that is an option, but it's not a likely one. And there's 100 other ways to solve that problem that you and I don't know yet. But these people do. They do that every day, and they see things happening, and know ways to fix things that you and I would never think of. See, we all think of, well, I have a financial problem, I need money. No. There are other ways, and you got to dig them out. That's what life is. Hello, I joined Facebook group and I can't get in. Okay, if you have a problem, then go to, send an email to Magic Mary, and her email address is letsgohelp@gmail.com, okay? letsgohelp@gmail.com. And you're looking for Magic Mary, tell you can't get in. And that's the difference. You have to sign up somewhere because Facebook doesn't collect money, so we have to have another process, collect money, get the money, and then we have to put you in the Facebook group, which is a closed group. So your email has to be in there. Then your name and email has to be the same as you signed up with. Sometimes that doesn't work. Can I still get help from Section 5805 Guaranteed Loan Program for a home people list? 502 people on that list to help will not help me unless I pay full price for them. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, 502. I think there's a HUD loan, isn't it? I thought it was for fix-up money. Okay, but again, we'll then start with HUD.gov and talk to a free housing counselor. Or better yet, if you're buying a home, you talk to the free housing counselor, and also go to another nonprofit organization that's in most every city. It's called Neighbor Works, neighborworks.org. Okay, and they know about that program. Now, if it's a government program, your backup on all this is to call your elected official. Okay, say you went to HUD and all that screwed up. Neighbor Works, they don't know what the fuck, and you got pissed around and whatever, and you still want to know about that program. You didn't get the information that you started out to get initially. What you do is go to commoncause.org. You go to commoncause.org and you talk to your elected official. If it's a federal program, you go to your 2 senators and congressmen. Call all 3. It doesn't matter. Same price. Nothing costs anything. Some of them call you back, some of them don't. And that's the way it is. It's a numbers game. You know, everything is a numbers game in life. You can't count on anything. We all want to be able to, I do one thing and I get the prize. You know. No, it's not. It's a raffle. Everything you do in life. And if you're not willing to pay a raffle, then I don't know, you got to go out and do something boring. I guess, I'm sure there's a million different ways to live in life, but from my viewpoint, particularly if you want help, I mean, it is, we all need help, and to get it, you have to be humble, you have to be kind, you have to be nice to people, but we get pissed off because we can't get help. We're frustrated, we're getting beat up out there. What life does to us, life beats us all up. And there's no shortcuts to not getting beat up. So we have to learn to take it. And that's what I see in Let's Go Help. It's the members helping each other through that process. You know, because if you have another couple thousand people in the same boat you are, and that they give you something, I guess maybe the thing is, everybody gives you a little bit of what, asking for help, back rent, a local social services office that let's see, for people asking about local help, back rent, and your local social service offices do help with that. Promise, yeah. Some do and some don't, and if they don't, there'll be other nonprofits. See, the social service office is just one office, but then what will happen, particularly for rent, utilities, and internet stuff like that, there's other programs too. But yes, that's a great place to start, and that's a 211, and find help is what a place to start. And I forget the other thing I was talking about. But that, yeah, it's getting beat up out there. Oh, I know that the help. Sometimes we don't need the whole thing solved. Just a little bit. It's an incremental process. Life is. In other words, if somebody gave you $1 million tomorrow, well, what the hell did you do for the rest of your life? Spend $1 million, I guess. But it's really not fun. Fun life is growing, exploring, learning, helping people. I'm SDC. Show me your view, please. Yeah. See, what's nice about DC, no buildings are more than 12 stories high. So I'm about a mile from the White House, because I go 6 miles every day. And I go, oh no, I'm about 2 miles from the White House. I'm about a mile from, can I get help paying for my classes? Which classes? Yes, lots of training money. Classes required to get driver's license back because of DUI charge. Yes, so maybe, there's a lot of emergency money. And if you need that driver's license to work or whatever, yes, I mean, that's worth investigating. Do you see my question? I don't know. They flip by so quickly, and I'm just on my cell phone, so it's hard. I don't know. What was the question again? Who is that? Do you see my question? James Latimer. Name sounds familiar, James. James Latimer. James Latimer. Is there a grant for that? Oh, well, I don't know. To pay back rent and fix my car from in and out. Well, there's certainly back rent, and there are certainly programs for car repair. And it depends on where you live. They're mostly all local now. And if you're a member, it's easy to send you a report on where to look for that. If you don't know where to look, I would go on 211 or uh, uh, findhelp.org or 211.org and put in transportation. They're the people. See, the government has a lot of money to fix cars and even get you free cars and stuff like that because you need that to get to work. So that's the thing. And so if you can't get your car fixed, you can't work, and things get worse. Yeah. So that's what you have to start searching for. Back rent, yes. If you go your state capital has an office called State Housing Finance Authority. And if you go to that office, State Housing Finance Authority for your state, so Ohio State Finance Authority, contact them. They'll have a listing of where to go in your state for rental assistance. There's a national program. And so they will know where to apply locally for the, thank you, this lesson, Matthew, is these COVID times. They have the local office for that national program. They'll tell you where to apply for where you live. If that doesn't work, some of these programs, are finished now. A lot aren't. But if they are, you can also, if they are finished, then you want to go to 211 and find help, and put in the word rent. You want to go to the database. You don't want to call. And when you put in the word rent, you're going to get like 20 offices that help people with rent. Okay, now that's a gold mine, that list. That's like if you were a salesman, these are your best customers, are all those people, because all those people on that list their living is to help people with rent problems. That's all they do. That's all they want to do for the rest of their life. And so you have that list. So now you're able to talk to 20 or 30 people who all they do is help people with problems with their rent. Now they'll either have money themselves to help you or know of other people that do. So no matter what you read about them, you call each one of those and tell them your circumstance. I have problems with my rent. Do you have any suggestions? What to do? That's all you have to know. You don't have to know any secret code. You don't have to know what to say. You just have to know how to be human and how to be nice. That's the only requirement for getting help. Human and nice. HN. Human nice. Or just a nice human. And because people want to help humans. And they don't want to help, robots. They want to help people who are mean. They want to help nice humans. So you be a nice human and ask them for help. That's all you have to know. After 50 years in the business doing this, I've been 3 days and I can't get into the group. Kenyon, yep. Okay, go and email. Ask for Magic Mary, and her email address is letsgohelp@gmail.com. So send an email to letsgohelp@gmail.com, okay? And to make sure we straighten that out. Because anybody who deals with that, I'll give your money back no matter what. Even if you're wrong, I don't care. I want to make you happy. I mean, that means we just screwed up and we're not good enough. And I know we're not to be perfect. So whenever we screw up, you'll have your money back, no questions asked. Don't worry about that. We're giving $35,000 out a month just to members because of the profit we made. And that's because we're helping people and people like it. We can't help everybody all the time. No, it doesn't work that way, but I hope we add some knowledge to you that you could use even not now, but for later, for rest of you have to learn how to use this system. The system is not going to change. You want to change the system, you do that with the legislator. That means voting and all that kind of stuff. What I'm trying to do is, okay, here's the system. This is what it is. You want to use it or not? All I know is that every fat cat in this country uses the hell out of this system. This is how, millionaires become billionaires. Now, we should not concentrate on them anymore. I would like to know about grants for newly reinstated public nonprofit organizations, 2020 grants, not low interest. Yeah, there are lots of grants. I mean, I have a report that does that. If I was in your state capital has using an association that helps nonprofits. Because see, part of the state governments, they want nonprofits to get grants because you're bringing money into the state. I get eaten by mosquitoes. And so there's an association for nonprofits in every state. Look for a nonprofit association. Or do this. Here's another thing too, if you're a nonprofit. Well, if you're a member, I'll send you a report that has all the best places. But if not, then go to Meetup, M-E-T-U-P, meetup.com, meetup.com, and put in nonprofit. You find meetup groups. What you want to do, again, is find local navigators for nonprofits. And these are people who don't charge to share the information they found out. So, see, with groups like that, and that's the same for business or real estate investment, no, you go to Meetup group. I'll show you the experts that are free, they get grants, and then you can find people like you that share their information for free, and that's through meetup.com. Now that's a terrific place, you know, and you go, I go to those a lot when I'm trying to learn a new system or new something, you know, yeah, I'll go, and you have other people like you that are doing the same thing you're doing, but in different stages. They're maybe only doing it for 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, you know. But they're open-minded and share, and they don't make money helping you, you know. And that's what I'm trying to show people more. All that is out there, you know. But it takes work on your side. It doesn't come to you. We rely on that Google thing, and the Google is good, but not for doing things you don't know much about. How to buy Airbnb with grants? Well, it's like, you need property, right? So a lot of grants for property. Now, I estimate there's 150 government programs for real estate in every city. So it is all over. Yeah. And there's even loans now for Airbnb. You know, people help you buy property, and they lend you money, and then you split the Airbnb money. Now, if you remember, ask for the peer-to-peer loans programs, because there are a couple of companies that do that for you. They help you give you extra money to buy a home if you use part of it for Airbnb, and then you split the money with them. So there's a lot of ways to do that. That's why if you go to a meetup with real estate, you'll learn more about things like that. Yeah, what other people are doing. People are doing this and researching it every day. You're doing it, you know, for a couple of days, couple of months. That's nothing. Yeah. You may think you know, but life is too complicated, you know, and we take for answers. And if you don't have the answer you want, you just keep an open mind and keep searching. And that's why it's giving up is when you lose. You know, you just didn't stay long enough to figure it out. It may not be worth it for you to do that. That's understandable. But if it's something you want to do, that's what I mean. I feel your heart has to be in it more, so that you stay there to figure it out, man. What's going to keep you in it? It's like a personal relationship. I don't see anything different from a personal relationship and a business relationship. If your heart's not in it, it becomes a job, right? If your heart's in it, then you want to be there. And you know, like even when work I do this whether I get paid or not. I think it's, but I'm getting eaten up alive or not. So remember the last day we closed the grant tomorrow, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. How to get grants for beginners. Our grant is great for beginners because all you have to do, like I was just look in the back in the last couple of videos on YouTube. One of them is how to get $1,000 with 17 words. And I showed you some applications we had and who got the money. And one had only 17 words, that's it. And there's 2 other blanks you have to fill out. Your name, okay? And the other one is your email address. And then just a sentence, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever sentence you think on how you would spend $1,000. That's it, okay? Okay, well, thanks for eagerness grant for it. Yes, it is. Amber, thank you so much for your kindness. And that's what makes the world go round. I got to see the video. I'm going to go back. Great. Okay, cheers, guys. 5 minutes. Good, Amber, see?